Hey everyone out there in the land of YouTube, Annette Dion here. I'm just checking in with you on Sunday, October 6th. I encourage everybody to find a quiet spot in nature. However you can do that, wherever you can do that for the next 4 weeks leading up to the election. And because we just need to have that kind of solace and when things get stressful, to just have a way to get centered. Another way to do that is to watch Church of Spirituality. Go to @Church of Spirituality on YouTube. It's every Sunday. It takes an overnight to upload, so you can watch it tomorrow, but there's also Church of Spirituality videos. Just type it in on YouTube, @Church of Spirituality, that are discussions of metaphysical topics, things that will help you. And not to mention a prayer for America, for healing, and a guided meditation prayer time. So all of that's really helpful. It's time to have our tools, to use our tools in the toolbox. Please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the thumbs up. It's really, really, really important. It's getting really important that I really need support. And I'm bad at asking, but I'm just asking for your support. And book a session, psychic@dion.com, so that we can kind of have that exchange and help each other. I just pulled 3 cards about Trump, what happened over the weekend. He did go back to Butler, Pennsylvania, the site of the attempted assassination. To him, it's a place of bravado. To him, it's a place of, look at me, I'm so brave. And he's not brave. He's a wimp of a person. So, somebody who has to put it on display is not very secure in his courageousness and, whatever else he thinks he is. But I did, courtesy of Midas Touch, I did see a shot of Elon Musk. Elon Musk, I had said several months ago, is severely mentally ill. There are several people in the public eye that are severely mentally ill, and we don't even have to say that about Trump because we already know that. We really have to keep an eye out for maintaining a level of sanity in our politics. A lot of the people that are following Trump are not well. I don't mean that as an insult. I mean that as they're not in reality. So I pulled a few cards about Trump over the weekend and how that's all going to pan out. He even insulted the widow of the woman whose husband was actually killed that day in Butler, and he said something horrible. It's really hard to even recount it because it was just so beyond human that Trump used that really murder of that poor man, and his widow was there, and he highlighted that he had gotten her husband, who ended up dead, the seat that he was in. Because I guess apparently they said, hey, if you want to come over to the VIP seats right in front of Trump, and he was a huge Trumpster, and he was commenting on that. He's really woefully gonzo, to say the least. The 8 of Cups indicates that there are going to be a lot of kind of ghosts from the past coming to haunt Trump. And not only that, but there's too much damage that's been done in his past for enough people to vote for him. Now, let's keep in mind, he's not planning on winning from getting the most votes. He and JD have never said that they would concede. So they're already telling us, and I'll pull a few cards on that too. This is a short video, not a long one. Although it's so nice out here, I might make it a little longer. It's just like heaven. They're not saying they'll concede on purpose. They're basically telling us we have a coup planned. So we'll look at that too. I do feel like people in our government know that. and they're preparing for the attempted coup. Anyway, so they're just kind of letting, I don't know, the people around Trump, they're just kind of letting him go out and do what he's insisting he needs to do. I feel sorry for Secret Service who have to protect him because they're risking their own lives because he's such an idiot. Anyway, the temperance card is they're just kind of letting him, you know, just go out there and make an ass of himself and all that. And the Six of Swords, he is really thinking about Jack Smith and Tanya Chutkin and what's going to happen with that. That's heavy on his mind, and he's attempting to, I get this thing about Trump that he has a way of blocking things out of his mind. Kind of like when people go, wah, 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 block their ears because they don't want to hear somebody or something. He has a way of just blocking things out. And I'm not sure how well that's working. Doesn't seem to be working that well from my psychic impression of how that's going. I do feel like he's got a lot of voices in his head tormenting him and a lot of ruminating Trump. I feel like he really does. I'm going to pull 3 cards about Elon Musk's appearance. And that evil looking face that I saw. Wow. Wow. It's like something out of a horror movie, honestly. I'm going to pull 3 cards about Elon Musk. All right. I'm not sure what he was doing there. He's up to no good. He's committed international crimes is what I pick up. And, you know, now they're getting up there and saying the Democrats aren't giving us free speech. And it's like the total projection is unbelievable. Elon Musk doesn't let people speak freely. He turned Twitter into a right-wing extremist domestic terrorist social media platform. I'm not sure why people are still on it. But anyway. The 3 of Cups, the King of Swords. I kind of feel like this took away. It's not to their advantage that Elon showed up there. It took away any amount of leverage that they had. Elon did not help. The queen, what's happening is the more they go out there and look awful to the normal, sane American people that aren't brainwashed by the cult, it makes Kamala Harris stronger. Because I see the Queen of Cups and I see the kind of the celebration card, because they're just giving more and more information and more data and more video clips for the Harris campaign, the Harris-Walz campaign to use. And then I see the King of Swords. Okay, so this is about Elon. They're going to get out there and they're going to talk a big talk. Elon is going to. I just feel like that the Harris-Walz campaign just kind of combats it, and it makes their message, it makes the Harris campaign message stronger. Like, look at these guys, how dangerous they are. Like, kind of like that. All right, so I'm going to pull 3 more cards about what they're planning. It's clear to us now that they are not ever saying they would concede the election. So they've already decided Trump is going to lose, and they are not willing to say that he'll concede. So in other words, they're sending the message that we're planning a coup. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about that. I'm in an area of Cape Ann where I live called Lanesville. And it's nice. It's October, so it's like there's nobody really. There's a few people around, but not many. If it were the middle of summer, it would be completely different. 3 cards about that coup they're planning. At least we know. At least it won't be, I'm not saying that it will happen, that it will successfully take place, but we know what they can do. And we have the strongest military in the world. So That's what I'm looking at. They do have a lot of plans to overthrow the election. Six of Cups, but then there's all that information that we have about January 6th. And the Eight of Cups. There it is again. Okay, so what I'm picking up on is that all that we've been through in the past, this is the second time this card has come up in these short few minutes. All that Trump has done in the past is data. It's like, okay, we have all this evidence, we have all this experience of what he's capable of. It's kind of like we have the roadmap. And don't think for one second that the government and our military are not looking at the roadmap of what they're potentially gonna do with their planned second attempt at a coup. So it's not our first rodeo, it's our second. So now I have the Ten of Cups. The government has plenty of evidence, plenty of information about what they're going to do. And the Six of Cups, yeah. Right now, as I speak, on October 6th, the day before the Hamas attack on Israel, we have to pray a lot. I did an outside video the same exact day last year, telling you all that something terrible was coming. I didn't know what it was. Anyhow, but just back to their planned coup. The government has a lot of information about what they are planning. The military has a lot of information about what Trump and his criminal cohorts are planning. Let's pull one more card to see what the result of that will be, as my video goes longer than 10 minutes. We'll just pull one more card. So glad I came out. I mean, I was out earlier today, but it's such a gorgeous day. It was worth coming out again. And I have the Knight of Wands, which is about the prosecutors and justice, that we're in for a long slog. But the fact that I'm seeing the long slug continue after the election of holding people accountable, sentencing, indictments, and subpoenas, it's going to keep going, and that points to the Democrats still in charge, because if we weren't, all of it would be shut down. Do whatever you can to make people aware of Project 2025. It's very, very important that we save our democracy. It's important for the survival of the planet. And let's continue to pray for the victims of the hurricane. And especially that it makes people come together and realize that we really do have to help each other, and we should not be divided. You know, we're all human beings here. So you may have noticed that the light's kind of changed here as the sun is starting to go down. I'll leave you with a nice view. Thank you for tuning in. PNN is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The live stream is at 7 Eastern Time. I'm on the East Coast. And I hope to see you. And please join us at Grassroots of Democracy by going to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Please note that this channel is viewer supported financially. And to book a session, go to psychicannetdion.com. Namaste. See you soon.